My guest today is Brad Thompson, TCU's Director of Community Relations and University Events. Brad, as many in Fort Worth know, TCU turned 150 this year. A lot of celebrations going on, including this pop-up event. Before we talk about everything that TCU's done to celebrate this milestone, talk about this downtown pop-up we're at.
Yeah, we're really excited about being in downtown Fort Worth. This pop-up shop is a really great example of showing a bit of our history. So we've got some different panels around the space where you kind of learn about the history of TCU. We also have a ton of yearbooks, some things that we published throughout the 150th year, but just a chance for our alums and our local community just to come and experience TCU right here in downtown Fort Worth.
Well, show us one of these panels.
Sure, yeah. So we've got these different history panels that we did. We actually produced these for an event we had during our opening in January. We kind of created an immersive kind of TCU history museum. These panels we had commissioned in January, and they kind of just tell some different stories from across the years, kind of from our founding in 1873 in Thorpe Spring all the way to present day. Kind of highlighting our athletics, but also kind of our alumni, as well as our campus life.
And TCU Press has done an amazing job. I've read several of their books. They've done a special 150-year edition talking about the history. I didn't realize your university it's moved a little bit over the years. Of course, not recently, but its origins is founded by two brothers, if I remember correctly.
Correct, yeah, in 1873. And actually, like TCU, our founders, Addison and Randolph Clark, were involved in a school here in Fort Worth in 1869.
Yeah.
And so then they moved to Thorpe Springs in 1873.
Fire, right?
Well, that was later when we were down in Waco.
We're only condensing history right
now.
Exactly.
So in 1873 in Thorpe Springs, and then we moved to Waco, and then the campus mysteriously burned down. We're not sure who did it.
Worked out for Fort Worth, though.
For sure it did. And then we came to Fort Worth in 1911. We've been here ever since.
Well, cool. So we're going to talk about upcoming events to finish out the year, but what all has TCU been doing? We talked about the books. What other kind of events have you had to celebrate this really big year?
Yeah, we had a huge kind of kickoff week in January, like I mentioned, with our immersive experience. We had a drone show on campus. We've had just a series of events almost every week, something celebrating our campus. A lot of things focused on our alumni, our faculty, and our staff. And really, but being down in Fort Worth has been really powerful for us. I think being part of the city, TCU is really committed to Fort Worth, and so we want to be present and engaged in our community. And so we've had different events through the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, different kind of visit Fort Worth opportunities, lots of different ways that we're kind of getting involved in the community.
Well, I feel like you guys have done a good job because I feel like everyone knows that TCU turned 150.
Yes.
I think everyone in the city by now understands it and is celebrating this big birthday. What upcoming events can we look forward to?
Yeah, so we're really engaged with some really exciting community events coming up. So we're just kicking off kind of the holiday season with Fort Worth Parade of Lights. Sunny Dykes is going to be the grand marshal for that parade, and TCU will have a big presence in that. We're also involved with Lightscape and Botanic Gardens, as well as our annual kind of Christmas tree lighting later on campus on November 28th.
The party's not over yet.
Yes.
So at this milestone, as you look out to Fort Worth, what do you want to communicate to this city that really embraces, you're at the core of Fort Worth's identity. People, whether they went to TCU or not, they wear TCU merch. It's just part of our identity here. But what do you want to communicate to the people out there in Fort Worth that make up our community?
I would say that TCU is committed to Fort Worth. We are for the city, and we're passionate about that. And as TCU has grown up alongside Fort Worth as well, and so our success is Fort Worth's success, and vice versa. I think in that regard. And so we are excited to be here. I think with our Ann Burnett Marion School of Medicine that's being built in the hospital district, we're committed to really investing in the city.
Well, we see that. And if folks want to follow these upcoming events, what's your website?
Yeah, so 150.tc.edu or calendar.tc.
You guys made a website just for this year.
It's a lot. Deal. Yeah, it's been really great. There's been a lot of good content in that.
Well, good deal. It's not going to come back for another 150 years, so let's celebrate it while we can. It's a really big milestone. Again, you're right, it's mutual. Fort Worth and TCU have grown up together. They've helped each other over the years. You really can't take away one without affecting the other, obviously. So, folks, hit up TCU Press, buy a book, come out to these last events. You're already going to sports games, so we don't have to ask you that.
Right.
But again, congratulations to TCU on this big milestone. We look forward to you guys being around for 150 years more.
Perfect. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.